Hello guys, in this video I'll try to convince you to use Hellblades on Caitlyn and explain to you why I don't play the meta runes. First off, I think it's important to talk about the identity of Caitlyn. What exactly is her playstyle? In my opinion, Caitlyn is a different ADC than most, in the way that she isn't really a DPS ADC, like almost every other champion in the class, and instead she is a burst ADC, an ADC that specializes in doing burst damage. And why do I think this? Well, an ADC usually has some sort of attack speed steroid or on-hit damage to give them an edge in all long fights, where the DPS is valuable. However, Caitlyn has none of that. The only thing that comes close is the headshot mechanic, but since it's only 1 every 5 autos, it's way too infrequent for it to be a good DPS. So overall this means that Caitlyn usually loses all-in fights versus any other ADC, because she simply doesn't have the tools to do more damage over time. This doesn't mean she is weak though, it just means that she has to be played differently. Caitlyn has the highest consistent range of the ADC roster, and also has mobility and utility to keep herself away from enemies with combinations of her E and W. With these tools you can choose which fights you take, which goes well with her burst ADC identity. You take small trades and disengage, you drop your combo and then retreat, hit and run. So now with this overview, what rune do you think makes sense for Caitlyn? A rune that works well with DPS ADCs, or a rune that is more oriented towards short trades and bursty fights? On top of this argument, the rune actually works really well for Caitlyn, as getting a burst of attack speed for 3 autos can be really good to get headshots when they don't expect it in small trades, or allow you to get all multiple headshots from your net and traps. The extra true damage from the rune and sudden impact makes your trades in lane even more one-sided, and since you have the highest range plus an attack speed steroid, it becomes possible to space the enemy ADC pretty frequently. Also with the attack speed steroid, your autos come out much faster, and it allows you to abuse bush play really well, forcing the enemy to place a ward in the bush. Later on in the game, the attack speed steroid is still really strong, as at that point in the game you are 3-tapping almost every champion in the game with your powerful crits, so it becomes even stronger than any other keystone. So what do you think? Am I hallucinating, or Hellblades is actually just a trash rune? Let me know in the comments your experience with Hellblades. I'm just gonna say that using Hellblades is not easy, and I can understand it might seem too hard to use this rune effectively, because you can't just autopilot play with it, you actually have to use it well. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.